So guys, what's going on here? Today we're taking a look at some of the additional cards coming out in the mini expansion for Fortune's Hand. A bunch of cards have come out since the last time I've done one of these, so I want to get those covered before the mini expansion drops on Thursday. The first one is going to be Erin, Forever Brilliant. It's a Forestcraft legendary card, and this one, oh boy, the effects are bountiful. So anyway, once on each of your turns, when you play this card using its Accelerate effect, restore 2 defense to your leader and recover 1 evolution point. Also, by the way, she's a 3-cost 1/5. Really good stat line right there. Also, evolution points galore, plus the defense buffs. Again, Forest has so much like heal right now, it's insane. And then on Evolve, this is where things start to go crazy. Put a random follower with Accelerate from your deck into your hand. So any Accelerate follower, just pop them into your hand, and then once on each of your turns, when you play a card using Accelerate effect, again, restore 2 defense to your leader, and then recover 1 evolution point like before. So, again, it gives you Accelerate cards for things like Terraformer, or just like cycle through the deck. It gives you heal, it gives you more evolution points for, you know, potentially Whirlwind Rhinoceros to just keep bouncing back really, really easily. Very, very strong card. Next one, Life's Banquet. So this one came out, I think Jordude revealed this one. And Life's Banquet's pretty cool. It's like Harvest Seasons, but a little bit better. Let's take a look here. 3 cost, draw 2 cards. If at least 2 other cards were played during this turn, summon a Furious Mountain Deity. Probably asking yourself, what the hell is a Furious Mountain Deity? And that is that giant bear that you saw like when you first started the game. That pissed off angry bear. Again, fanfare. Actually, the fanfare doesn't really matter. The strike is what's important here. Strike, gain, +1/+0. Because you're not playing him out from your hand, you're never going to get the fanfare. So he's literally just a big body with strike who buffs himself. And if he evolves, then you get strike +2. Yeah, I've never seen the evolve art for this thing, but he is mad. What did they do to that bear to make him that mad? Oh, my bad. So then the second effect here is going to be, then if at least 8 other cards were played this turn, summon 2 Deepwood Anomalies. Now, this is a card that I've never heard of, so when I got to see this, I was like, oh. So Deepwood Anomalies is an 8-cost, 8/8. And if you evolve it, an 8-cost, 10/10. Leader Strike. This is some wild shit. Deal damage to the enemy leader until their defense drops to 0. So literally, just win. If you can hit face with this card, you just win the game. Pretty simple. And you get 2 of these. So your opponent has to clear both of them when you play. Once you play them. And again, they're summoned. They're not like put into your hand. So you just get them on board. That's pretty dang good. So that's Life Banquet. Let's take a look at the next one. We've already seen Alaska. So the next one here is going to be Ilmisen Discord Hawker. So Gold Swordcraft Officer, 2 cost, 2/2. Pretty good for the 2-cost turn for the turn 2s. Fanfare Rally 15. Recover an evolution point. As if Swordcraft didn't need any more like evolution buffs. Like this is it. And then when she evolves, deal X damage to an enemy follower. X equals the number of allied followers in play. So again, up to 5 damage. And she evolves. She's a 4/4, so you can potentially clear either A, 2 smaller followers, or B, 1 giant follower with defense up to 9. Not bad. Let's see here. What's up next? We took a look at Runier before. Filene Absolute Zero. So we talked about this before, but I don't think it made it onto the actual video. But Filene is back for Dragoncraft. Again, 3 cost, 1/3. Fanfare, deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. And then put a White Frost Whisper into your hand. On Evolve, put another White Frost Whisper into your hand and change its cost to 1. So let's take a look at White Frost Whisper here. If you're familiar with Filene from before, you know what this card is. But if you're new to Shadowverse, then White Frost Whisper, 2 cost normally. Again, if you evolve it, it becomes a 1 cost. Select the enemy follower and destroy it if it is already damaged. If it has not been damaged, then deal 1 damage instead. So what's really cool, you get the combo set up with Filene. You hit everything for 1, and then you can literally just White Frost Whisper anything you want on the board. And if you evolve it, you can basically do that to any 2 followers on the board. And then if there's still something left, you can just run Filene in because she's an evolved follower 3/5, and she might stick around as well. Dragoncraft getting some easy clears Not sure if we'll see it in the Discard Dragon, but still a pretty dang strong card nonetheless. Let's take a look here at the next one. It's going to be... Ooh, wait, this is my favorite card so far. Nephites, Goddess of Nephis, Goddess of Feet. Look at them toes right there. She definitely shows the feet off for the biddies. But anyway, Nephitus... Yeah, that's that right? Nephitus? Yeah. Nephite. Fanfare, put 2 random followers of different costs, excluding Nephitus herself, from your deck into play and destroy them. What's good about this is they get last words effects. It doesn't say remove their effects. It literally says put them into play and then destroy them. Enhance 10. Then if allied followers that originally cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 10 play points have been destroyed, win the match. That secondary effect, maybe it seems like it's for take 2, but I don't know how useful that'll be in a regular like Burial Rites Shadowcraft deck. But I mean, it is a win condition. It's a little slow, but it's definitely one. So if you're like really hard up for a win condition with Shadowcraft, there's one right there. It's super easy too. All you have to do is sync followers that have different costs, and then just, you know, at the end of the game on turn 10, you just play her and win. I'm really interested to know some of the combinations that are coming out of the Fanfare effect, though, when you just drop followers into play and destroy them. I'm sure people are going to find some potential combos here to just like do crazy stuff, whether it's either gaining shadows, reanimating other followers, or what have you. I also want to know if there's some tech where you can just run a Shadowcraft deck with like only a few followers and then Nephitus, and then Nephitus guarantees you're going to hit X follower whenever you play her. That'll be interesting to see as well. Anyway, next card here we got is going to be Bap. Look at Ball right here. So Ball 3 cost 3/3, a Bloodcraft legendary. So it's fusion. Bloodcraft followers that originally cost 3 play points or less. And let me remind you folks, there are a lot of followers like this in Bloodcraft. A lot of followers who are like cheap. Fanfare. If this card is fused with at least 3 cards, draw cards until there are 6 cards in your hand. Boop, get a full hand. Then, if this card is fused with at least 6 cards, deal 3 damage to all enemy followers. So, I say that in Shadowverse, there are 3 things that you need in every single deck. The first is card draw. The second is clearing, like the ability to destroy other followers and clear their opponent's boards. And the last is your game plan. Ball does 2 out of the 3, so it's hard not to include her in a lot of decks. You get a lot of card draw, and with cards like Ravening Corruption, you draw like up to 5-6 cards at a time. You just get that machine gun ping effect that we saw with Natural Machinus, so that's a possible thing. This might slot into some Avarice Blood decks. I'm interested to see how that plays out. And let's see here. Moving right along, we got the other Bloodcraft card, the gold Bloodcraft 1-cost Night Screech. Summon a Forest Bat. If Wrath is active for you, evolve it and then draw a card. Otherwise, deal 1 damage to your leader. Again, I say there's a lot. Every Shadowverse deck needs 3 things. Draw. Right there. Damage. This one doesn't have damage, but, I mean, you can evolve a Forest Bat, which you can run into something, so that's not bad. That's potentially damage. And then it also helps with your Wrath effect if you don't have it, right? So, yeah, pretty good, I'd say. Maybe we get to see a resurgence, or, I don't know, people actually experiment with the Wrath decks that haven't really seen the light of day as of recent. Next up, ooh, I like the artwork for this one. This is actually the first time I've seen this card. 5 costs Raw, Radiance Incarnate, the Havencraft legendary. 5/5 follower gets a full stats on Evolve. He's Ward. That makes sense. He's a Haven follower. Fanfare, give your leader the following effect. At the end of your turn, deal X damage to the enemy leader. X equals your current number of turns minus 5, or current turn number minus 5. No damage is dealt if X is less than 0. That's interesting. You can just break the formula. This effect is not stackable and lasts for the rest of the match. So then, Homeboy basically does damage every single turn after turn 5 when he can evolve. But is it too slow? I'm not sure about this one. This one, the artwork is definitely 10 out of 10. The effect, it's hard to place this one. In the comments below, guys, let me know what you think about Raw. This one, I'm not really sure if I should make heads or tails of this, or if it's good or not. The effect seems interesting, to say the least. Maybe it makes Havencraft a deck that just kind of tries to stall opponents out and then just win over time. I don't know. Again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's see. Moving right along here, we're going to round out with the last card, which is going to be Lasley Gateway Homunculus. This is the Portalcraft Gold card. 2 cost, 2/2. Again, turn 2s are pretty nice. Ward, which is really good. Fanfare Enhance 9. Randomly put one of the highest cost Portalcraft followers from your deck into play. Activate its Fanfare effects. Okay. So on 9, you get the most expensive follower out of your deck, and you get its effect on Fanfare. Excluding choose and targeted effects. Oh, okay. So there's a small caveat. And then on Evolve, give an ally the following effect. The next time this ally takes damage, reduce that damage to 0. That's good. Do you guys know what that means? So what's interesting about this is they say ally. When Shadowverse says you can do something to an ally, that means you can do it to any of the followers on the board, or you can do it to the leader. So what you can literally do is negate the first set of damage that comes to your leader after this card is evolved. That's pretty good evolve effect. Being able to just raw negate damage. Some decks think, for example, Terraformer, for example, where they just rely on that one big slap to win the game. They have to break through your Lazuli in order to do that now. So that's something that's interesting as well. Haven might be a hard counter to Terraformer then. I think Lazuli's pretty good too. Again, this is the first time I've seen this card, but that effect seems pretty nice. And you can stack this with things like Yukari, I imagine. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. So yeah, those are all the cards so far that have been released, and I think Igni might have released the last remaining card, which is the Runecraft Gold. Guys, if you haven't seen that, check it out on his channel. But before you do that, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, the thumbs up, whatever. Yeah, I'll see you for the next video. Take care, guys.